Pronominal suffixes on Bain and Shaim. Bain, here this word means son, and Shaim means name. Now this is our first example of an irregular form, and what happens is we have a slight change to the noun base itself, to this part. The endings, however, are exactly the same as what we would expect. These are singular, right? Bain, Shaim, singular nouns, so we use the pronominal suffixes that go on singular nouns, which we saw in the last chapter. So here's our paradigm. And if we look first just at the endings, we'll see o, a, cha, eich. Remember the singular forms had eich and enu. Remember that sere there? This is what distinguished it from the forms that went on la. So that thing there, and that thing, a sound, sere. So that's all holding, I, am, an, chem, chen, inu. So the endings are the same. Now what is happening to the base? What's happening is that the tsere, see there's a tsere there, and a tsere there, has changed. And it reduces either to a shava, have a shava there and there, or to a hidik. So what we have here. Now this is the type of thing I would write in the margin of your textbook. If you write something simple like this, you know, okay, yes, what's going on here is you have a change in the vowel, and it's going to one of these two things. And the second thing I would do in your textbook is I would highlight in some fashion parts that are different. So if we look at this paradigm again, what I've done is highlighted this one, because this is the smaller set. Here you have shava, shava, shava for all of them, and the green ones are where it goes to a hidik. So the question is, why do you have a hidik in some places and a shava in other places? Well, if you look at this closely, you'll see that the hidik, the tsere reduces to a hidik in the cases where the suffix starts with a consonant. So cha, consonant, chem, chen. While in the examples where the suffix starts with a vowel, like o, which is only a vowel, that's all it is, vocalic suffix, or a, which is vowel consonant, or eich, vowel consonant, e, etc. In all those cases, the tsere goes to a shava. The rule is this. If the first syllable is open, you get a shava. So open syllable means just consonant vowel, right? Maybe I should use a different color there. I'm going to use yellow. So that's open syllable, that's not, that is, etc. So this one is open. Binenu, bini. In all those cases, it goes to a shava. If it is closed, then it goes to a hidik. So CVC is a hidik. Now, the reason the consonant ones leave a closed syllable is because they don't need to take this last consonant to make a new syllable. If your suffix starts with a vowel, remember, the only two types of suffixes you can have in Hebrew are CV and CVC, stressed or unstressed, but you cannot have VC. In other words, you cannot start a suffix, or you cannot start a syllable with a vowel. So if your suffix is a vowel, it needs to start with a consonant. So it's going to take that consonant. Let me get rid of this line so you can see what we're doing. It's going to take this last consonant away to start the next syllable, which leaves an open syllable. So that's what's going on. You can view this two ways. Either the ones with the open syllables are the ones with a shava, or the ones that have suffixes that start with a vowel. Now this is not a paradigm to memorize. In fact, let me just get rid of all this stuff here. This is not going to be confusing in reading. Bino, bina, bincha. You probably won't even notice that these have changed, because the endings are all the same. So this is just something just to know that some of these words, the vowels can change. Bain can be I. It'll both sound I anyway, and the same with shame. And that's sufficient. As long as you know it changes, you'll know that when you see it or see it in reading, or when you hear someone say it, it sounds a little different, you know you're still dealing with the same thing.